Hey guys, I hope you're all doing awesome. Welcome to 2024, and I just think it's a great time to talk about setting goals. These can help motivate us and push us to the next level. So let's get into that right now. All right guys, so today I want to talk about setting SMART goals, and this is an acronym. I'm not just talking about being smart, but I'm talking about SMART goals. So the first thing we're going to have is the S. The S in SMART goals stands for specific. So what specifically do you want to achieve? Said another way, what outcome would you like? It's super important to be specific, because if you're not specific, you're going to have a cloudy fog around your goals. This could include something like your total sales amount, or sales per year, or even items per year. But I would recommend you to break that down so you're setting up short-term goals also. So I would do a long-term goal for the year, but also a short-term goal, because this is going to keep you on track throughout the year and help you meet those goals that you're looking at. Also, it's very important to have short-term goals so you can stay motivated. Hitting these goals keeps you motivated, so make them attainable. Hitting these goals will keep you motivated, but only if you're able to hit them. So part of a SMART goal is for it to be something that you can get to, and we'll talk about that later. So the second thing we want to talk about is the M in SMART. Your goal has to be measurable in some way. Look, if you can't measure a goal, there's no way you can know if you've gotten there or not. It has to be a number that is measurable. Now, this doesn't actually have to be sales numbers or item numbers. It could be customer service. Maybe your goal is to have 100% customer feedback throughout this next year. That would be a fantastic goal, because if you're making your customers happy, you're going to be doing well in your store. All right, I told you we'd get to this one. This is the A, and this is make it attainable. So how comfortable do you feel on a scale of 1 to 10 that you can actually hit this goal? It is important not to say, hey, I want to sell $1 million if you haven't sold more than 100,000 in a year. 1, you wouldn't have the knowledge to make those kind of sales. And 2, you wouldn't have the people around you to be able to do it. That's a huge jump. So you have to make goals that are attainable for where you're at in your current situation. All right, so far we've gotten through S, M, and A. So now we're going to talk about R, and this is your goal relevant to what you are doing? So if you are a reseller, your goal shouldn't be to lose 15 pounds. Now, that should be a goal for a lot of people, if that's something you're looking to do, but right now we're talking about reselling goals, not personal goals. I do think that if you eat better and you exercise and you're living a healthier life, you'll be able to perform better in whatever job you're doing. So let's make that goal separate. But over here, let's make sure that they're staying relevant to our businesses. And we can kind of base this as we did the A. How relevant would you say this goal is from 1 to 10? And then if you're like, if you start thinking about your business model and you're like, well, it's only about a 3, change it up a little bit and set a different goal. And the last step is timed. When do you expect to reach these goals that you just previously set? As I said in the start, you want to have short-term and long-term goals. This way you can focus on what you're doing throughout the year. If you only have a long-term goal, you might lose sight of what you're doing. But if you have short-term goals, it gives you little checkpoints to hit along the way, and you can know if you're on pace or if you're running behind. So guys, remember the SMART method. This is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timed. It is very important that we don't treat our goals for our business like a New Year's resolution, something we go all in on at first for the first month or two, and then something that fizzles out throughout the year. This is like gyms. They're pumping through March, and then from April to December, there's nobody in them except the normals again. So what you want is you want your goal attainability to be a normal for you. You want to be focused on that year-round, and you want to be doing this as much as you can. So the basic breakdown one more time. SMART goals. Specific, what outcome would you like? Measurable, how will you know you've reached it? Attainable, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's the likelihood you're going to be able to get there? Relevant, how relevant is this goal in what you're actually trying to do? And timed, when are you going to reach these goals? So short term and long term, both very important. Remember that. You got to hit things to give you motivation. And last but not least, guys, I just want to point out that setting goals psychologically is a way for you to hit and maintain things that you normally would not do because of self-motivation. If you see this desire that you have to reach a certain place, you do the steps that it takes to get there over and over, you will get there as long as you're doing the right thing. So make sure you have the knowledge that you need and you're pushing towards your goals every day. And I hope you guys have an awesome 2024. I'll see you in the next one.